Here's something that might surprise you. The pizza you're ordering from Canada's most popular chains isn't always what it seems. After digging through customer complaints, health inspection records, and industry insider reports, we ranked 7 major Canadian pizza chains from worst to best based on the findings as of the time of making this video. What we discovered about quality, value, and what really goes into your pizza will change where you order from forever. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which chains are cutting corners and which ones actually deliver on their promises. Let's start at the bottom. Number 7. Little Caesars. When a pizza chain markets itself on the promise of hot and ready convenience for under $6, you have to wonder what's being sacrificed. With Little Caesars, according to numerous consumer reports, that sacrifice is quality. Based on consumer review platforms, Little Caesars Canada holds a troubling 1.4-star rating out of 5. Customer complaints follow a disturbing pattern. Multiple reports from locations across Canada describe finding insects in pizza boxes. One customer from a Highway 7 location in Ontario documented discovering a small insect baked into their pizza during a family gathering. They reported the contamination to health authorities, raising serious questions about kitchen hygiene standards. Then there's the consistency problem. Customers regularly report pizzas arriving undercooked, with dough that's still raw in the center, or conversely, burnt beyond recognition. One reviewer described their pizza as chewy oil bread after paying for a Hawaiian that arrived half cold and swimming in grease. Former employees from Ontario locations have described working conditions where air conditioning doesn't function during summer months, creating environments above safe food handling temperatures. One employee stated the work environment was filthy despite otherwise decent coworkers. The hot and ready promise means pizzas sit in warming units for extended periods. Unlike made-to-order systems, these pizzas are prepared in advance with no guarantee of when they will be purchased. Food safety experts note that pizza held at inconsistent temperatures creates ideal conditions for bacterial growth. Little Caesars operates on a volume over quality model. Low prices mean lower grade ingredients, minimal staffing, and pressure on workers to push out pizzas at unsustainable speeds. When you're paying $5 or $6 for a large pizza, you're not getting restaurant-quality food. You're getting whatever survives the race to the bottom. Number 6. Pizza Pizza. Pizza Pizza has built a Canadian empire on convenience and that catchy phone number 967-1111. With approximately 750 locations nationwide, they're everywhere. But according to consumer feedback patterns, being everywhere doesn't mean being good. Customer reviews on multiple platforms paint a consistent picture. Pizza Pizza holds approximately 1.8 to 2 stars across major review sites based on findings at the time of making this video. The most common complaints focus on quality decline over recent years. Multiple customers describe crusts as excessively thick, lacking proper texture, with sparse and unappetizing toppings. One reviewer stated bluntly that they prefer frozen pizzas over it any day of the week. Another called it the worst tasting pizza in North America, admitting they received half a free pizza while homeless and chose to go hungry rather than eat it. The delivery promise is another problem area. Pizza Pizza advertises a 40-minute guarantee, yet according to numerous reports, customers experience delays exceeding 2 hours with little recourse. One customer ordered at 6:30 p.m. and didn't receive their pizza until after 9 p.m. with no compensation despite the guarantee policy. Then there's the wrong order epidemic. Customers report ordering specific pizzas only to receive completely different items, meat pizzas sent to vegetarians, missing toppings they paid extra for, and dipping sauces charged but never included. According to consumer reports, customer service responses are often dismissive, offering minimal credits rather than meaningful resolution. Former employees have indicated the business model prioritizes speed and cost-cutting over quality. Prep work is rushed, ingredients sit out longer than recommended, and staff training is minimal. One employee from a Toronto location stated they watched pizza quality decline steadily over their time with the company. When Canada's most recognizable pizza chain can't consistently deliver the basics, something fundamental is broken. Number 5. Pizza Hut Canada. Pizza Hut arrived in Canada in 1968 and built a reputation on pan pizza and family dining. That reputation, according to recent consumer feedback, is crumbling under the weight of quality control failures. With approximately 620 locations across Canada as of the time of making this video, Pizza Hut maintains presence. But consumer rating patterns tell a different story, with the chain receiving around 1.7 stars on complaint platforms based on available data. Food safety incidents dominate customer complaints. Multiple reports from various provinces describe pizzas arriving undercooked, with raw dough in the center that sent customers seeking medical attention. One customer from Hamilton reported receiving a replacement pizza that was also raw, leaving them unable to leave the bathroom the entire weekend. Another order arrived burnt beyond recognition, with photos showing pizza that looked football kicked across the floor. The customer service breakdown is equally concerning. Reports indicate hold times exceeding 90 minutes with no resolution. When customers reach representatives, according to multiple accounts, they're met with dismissiveness or outright rudeness. One manager, according to a customer report, refused to accept complaints about flavorless pizza that appeared to be missing ingredients. Temperature control seems to be a recurring issue. Pizzas arrive cold, suggesting they've been sitting too long before delivery. Others arrive burnt, indicating oven temperatures or timing are mismanaged. The inconsistency suggests systematic problems with kitchen operations rather than isolated incidents. Order accuracy represents another failure point. Customers report being charged for customized pizzas, but receiving basic cheese pizzas instead. Wrong orders are common enough that multiple reviewers cite it as an expected occurrence rather than an exception. For a chain with decades of history and global infrastructure, these problems suggest a company prioritizing expansion over execution. Number 4. Boston Pizza. Boston Pizza markets itself as Canada's sports bar destination for families. With 374 locations nationwide as of available data, they're a Canadian institution. But according to consumer feedback patterns and reported incidents, the institution has some serious cracks. Consumer review platforms show Boston Pizza averaging around 2.1 to 2.2 stars based on findings at the time of making this video. While not the absolute worst, the complaints reveal concerning patterns. Multiple TripAdvisor reports describe finding foreign objects in food. One diner in Mississauga discovered a plastic square in their pizza, assumed to be from prosciutto packaging. Another reviewer reported discovering hair tangled in Alfredo sauce. When management was confronted, according to these accounts, responses ranged from apologetic meal comps to defensive dismissals. Quality inconsistency appears systemic. Reviews from different cities describe similar problems: cold food arriving after long waits, reheated chicken that's inedible, fries served past expiration, and portions that don't match the menu description. One London, Ontario customer stated their chicken was not edible, and fries were served after expiration, yet management allegedly failed to respond to their feedback survey. Service complaints follow predictable patterns: slow delivery during busy sports events, staff forgetting orders, wrong items brought to tables, and managers who don't adequately address problems. One Toronto reviewer described a server refusing to return until "we all closed our menus so she didn't have to waste time returning." The pricing disconnect bothers customers most. Boston Pizza charges sit-down restaurant prices for what many describe as reheated food quality. When you're paying $18 to $22 for pasta or pizza, you expect better than what customers report receiving. For a chain built on family-friendly sports dining, these quality and service failures undermine the entire value proposition. Number 3. Panago. Here's where we start seeing meaningful improvements. Panago positions itself as a modern pizza chain focused on quality ingredients and customer choice. With over 150 locations concentrated in British Columbia and Alberta, they've built a respectable mid-tier reputation. According to Google review aggregation data analyzed in late 2025, Panago achieves near 4-star average ratings, significantly outperforming the bottom-tier chains. Customer feedback reveals why. The positive pattern focuses on ingredient quality. Multiple reviewers praise Panago's organic tomato sauce, noting it doesn't trigger heartburn like competitor sauces. Chain offers genuine customization, including vegan cheese options, gluten-free crusts in medium sizes, while competitors often only offer small, and plant-based proteins. Customers consistently mention the thin, crispy, not greasy crust as a standout quality. Service earns praise too. Reports indicate staff prepare orders quickly even during busy periods, locations are described as spotless, and when mistakes occur, head office reportedly contacts customers proactively to make things right, sometimes offering free replacement orders. However, Panago isn't perfect. Recent 2025 complaints suggest declining portion sizes and topping quantities. One reviewer counted exactly 12 pieces of corn and 8 pieces of pepper on the entire pizza. Plant-based options reportedly deteriorated in quality, with vegan cheese described as invisible and tasteless after menu changes. Location consistency varies. Some Calgary reviewers describe serious hygiene concerns, including employees eating pizza while standing over assembly stations. Management responses to these incidents, according to reports, have been inconsistent. Price also draws criticism. Panago charges premium rates, and when portion sizes shrink or orders arrive with skimpy toppings, customers feel the value doesn't justify the cost, with total bills reaching $45 for 2 medium pizzas and bread. Still, Panago's emphasis on better ingredients and customer service places them solidly above the bottom tier. You're getting a higher quality product, even if you're paying noticeably more for it. Number 2. Domino's. This might surprise Canadian nationalism, but based on consumer feedback patterns and quality metrics, the American chain Domino's consistently outperforms most Canadian-born competition. With approximately 638 locations across Canada as of December 2025, Domino's has achieved remarkable market penetration. More importantly, they've maintained relatively consistent quality across locations based on customer feedback analysis. The Domino's model emphasizes operational efficiency through technology. Their app-based ordering system, real-time pizza tracking, and centralized quality control create consistency that franchise-heavy Canadian chains struggle to match. Customers report that what they order is generally what they receive, cooked properly, and delivered within reasonable timeframes. One reviewer stated simply, "Domino's basically never disappoints me." That consistency is exactly what's missing from lower-ranked chains. The crust is reliable, toppings are distributed evenly, and temperature is managed properly. It might not be gourmet, but it's predictably good. Domino's also adapted to Canadian preferences, offering unique items like poutine-inspired pizzas alongside standard options. The menu balances familiar American staples with regional variations that acknowledge Canadian tastes without patronizing them. Customer service generally handles issues professionally. While complaints exist, as they do for any large chain, Domino's corporate structure means problems are typically addressed through established channels rather than dismissed by individual franchisees. The pricing is transparent and competitive. Customers understand they're getting chain pizza at chain prices, but unlike budget competitors, quality doesn't collapse at the lower price points. Deals and promotions offer genuine value rather than gimmicks with hidden surcharges. Is Domino's perfect? No. But in the Canadian pizza landscape, according to customer feedback patterns, they deliver a consistently acceptable product at fair prices. For many customers, that consistency is worth more than patriotic loyalty to disappointing Canadian brands. Number 1. Regional and independent high performers. Here's the truth the big chains don't want you to know: Canada's best pizza experiences don't come from national corporations. According to Google review aggregation data analyzed in 2025, regional chains and quality-focused independents consistently outperform national brands. Red Swan Pizza leads all Canadian chains with a 4.38 Google rating. Customers praise their signature sesame seed crust, fresh ingredients, and consistency. Santa Lucia, primarily in Western Canada, achieves 4.25 stars through authentic Italian recipes and homemade style preparation. Gabriel Pizza, strong in Ontario and Quebec with 4.01 stars, delivers large portions, tasty sauces, and reliable service with a family operation feel. These regional chains succeed because they're not trying to serve every Canadian city. They focus on their markets, source locally where possible, and maintain standards through hands-on ownership rather than distant corporate mandates. Fresh ingredients matter when you're competing locally rather than maximizing shareholder returns. The independent advantage is even clearer. Local pizzerias with open kitchens, visible quality control, and owner involvement simply outperform corporate chains in customer satisfaction. You see your pizza being made, you know the owners, and quality issues get addressed immediately because reputation matters when you serve the same neighborhood every night. Quality costs more. These establishments charge premium prices because they use better ingredients, pay staff properly, and don't cut corners. But according to customer feedback patterns, people happily pay when quality matches price. So where should you order? If you want dependable chain pizza, Domino's offers the best consistency to value ratio among major national brands. Panago delivers better ingredients if you're willing to pay more. But if you want truly good pizza, according to customer satisfaction data, seek out regional chains like Red Swan, Santa Lucia, or Gabrielle, or support quality local independents in your area. The pizza chains that rank worst all share common problems. They prioritize expansion over quality, franchise operations create inconsistency, cost-cutting undermines ingredients and training, and customer service failures go unaddressed because corporate structures diffuse accountability. Which chain shocked you most? Have you experienced these quality problems firsthand? Drop your story in the comments. Your feedback helps other Canadians make better choices. If this ranking opened your eyes, hit that like button and subscribe. We're exposing what really happens behind the counter at Canada's biggest food chains. Your wallet and your stomach will thank you for knowing the truth.